Okay guys, so my little camera decided that it was going to cut me off, but what it doesn't realize is I'm in control here. You don't cut me off. That was a very prideful way to act on a Sunday. Okay, so this is part 1711. And we have done my eye makeup, and now what we're doing is the eyelashes, and we are using CoverGirl's Lash Blast Fusion, which is a purple-D version, in my opinion, of the regular Lash Blast. But, I don't know. It is waterproof. Y'all know I only do waterproof. And so, we have just done the Vice makeup. Look how that's kind of like an oil spill. It's kind of pink, green, purple, black. Anyway, it's very pretty packaging. And so now I'm going to tip out the lash on this eye. I've already done the other one once, and I always come back and do 2 more coats. I'll usually do 3 to 4 coats. Depending on how it looks at 3, I will come back and do another coat. So I always tip it out real good. See how I'm tipping out the edges right on the inner eye, in the middle, and then on the end real good. I'll get them better later. But once you tip it out, that just gets the end so that when you come through, it meets it, it comes through, and it seals the end. So you have a whole lash completed in mascara. It's a mascara completion process. And I start from the outer and go in. Some people say you should be an innie and go outie. I disagree. Well, now this eye is doing better. So maybe it's the amount of oxygen meeting the mascara. And y'all know, don't laugh at me. Those of you who have also been doing your makeup for 45 years like I have, yeah, I'm 55 years old. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it. It's fun. It's thrive at 55 or something. Isn't that what they put on cakes? And did you notice what I just did? I always end up taking those little inner lashes and pointing them towards the nose because it makes a more fanned out look on the eye. And these I point straight out toward my ear. This towards my temple, and this straight up. Okay, and then I come in and do straight up again. And then I do tip out and towards the nose again. And it just fans your eyelashes out. Now I'm going to use what's left over and wiggle on the lash line. Sometimes it'll get a little bit on the skin, but that's kind of funny that people want to get that off because it's like, well, most times you're smudging a shadow under there. I don't see why it's a problem. But I really should have tipped these out first. So I'm going to go get some more because now my brush is not as full of mascara, and sometimes I'll wiggle it back around. Don't go back and forth like that. People say, well, it takes bacteria back down in because it takes air. It's like you're afraid of the bacteria in the air. Well, the little worms on your eyelashes will just eat them, so don't worry about that. I love my eyelash worms. They keep my eyes very happy. But anyway, the reason you don't want to go in and out is it will take air back down in there and dry the mascara out. Anyway, I'm going to tip this out. When I'm talking, it's very hard. Tip my lower lashes, and you have to squint so that you'll bring the lash up and not have it hit your cheeks. Or right under your eye, I mean. And I'm tipping, do you see I'm tipping them? And I'm kind of pulling from the middle of the lash down, because I already remember I squinched back and forth to get at the root. And just getting those tips covered. And your lower lashes, for some reason, are just much more happy to do this for you than your upper lashes. I'm tipping these again. And especially those little ones in the corner, they're a little harder to get to. Can you see? Look, I just covered the screen. Hello. And I'm going to lightly come through and make sure I don't have any huge clumps. And again, going out more on the edges. Straight in the middle and out more on the edges. Okay, now I'm happy with my lower lashes, but I'm not happy at all with my upper lashes. Like, so unhappy I may not use this again, except when I'm in a bind. However, what I used yesterday, and I will talk to you about this more, the push-up mascara that I showed y'all in my last video, I'm really loving that. Yeah, so maybe I'll do a tutorial with that. And maybe we'll do this on one eye and that on the other, and I'll show you the difference of why. Because I clearly did, I'm tipping this out once. Don't over tip it out when you come back on the second coat. I'm just going straight up, and this should really thicken this up. This is a volumizer, not an extender, and I'm not seeing it. I'm not crazy about this. I'm used to my Chanel. Yeah, I'm not liking this, guys. I mean, it'll do for the day, but this is my third coat, and I am seeing nothing about my lashes standing up. And the whole point of using a waterproof is it helps your lashes stand up, and also it helps in the build process to make them look thicker, and I'm not getting that at all. I will tell you this, I could let this dry and do one more tip, and I might try that, but I really feel like 3 coats on this should have been enough. Because it's kind of thick and waterproof, I feel like that if I come through with a 4th layer, that it's going to look really, really goopy. I still didn't get that little place. So let's see, what did I have? We'll use my little, I'm going to come back in here because remember when I was using my eyelash curler and my liner hadn't completely finished drying, I got a little bit in the crease of the crowbar color. That's this color right here is what we're going to use to kind of color right where that liner hit. And I've really got to keep my eyes closed. I don't want to come in. Wow, that is not covering up very well. Now I've got to even it up over here because you know you have to. You just have to. It's doing really good over there. And by the way, I'm using a tapered blending brush by a Sigma. This is an E45. You did okay. Okay, I think that's the best we're going to be able to do with that. Alright, I have decided that I'm going to use my pencil brush and come in with a little bit darker color. What shall I use? Shall I use Deadbeat? I hate Urban Decay's names. I truly hate them. They are just awful. Fastball, Underhand, Discreet, Bitter, Crowbar, Robbery, Harlot, Pandemonium. Let's use Pandemonium. It doesn't go with the colors that we've been doing at all because we use the orange tones and then we use kind of a green. This is purple. Pandemonium's purple. I'm saying let's use it. Let's get crazy. Which color is it? It's this one right here. I hope this does not come down on my finger. It's this one right here. Out of the palette, it's this purpley one. It's not very dark though. I don't know if it's going to be enough. But what I wanted to do, just so you know, is come in on this outer lower lash corner with some kind of color. I'm not liking it being all by itself. Just not liking it. And if you do it on the lower, you really need to kind of do it on the upper, just a little bit of outer V. It's interesting. Did absolutely nothing. Maybe a little. Guys, I'm really disappointed with this palette. This is not Urban Decay quality. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's because I'm so dry. But, I mean, I have a primer on and everything. Of course, it was a face primer that I went on with my eyes. So maybe if I'd use the Urban Decay Primer Potion, we'll give it another shot. We'll give it lots of shots because I'm not throwing away this palette. But, again, I'm going to use this outer V. And maybe it's just going to take the second time or something. I don't know. Now I'm seeing it. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just it takes at least 2 swipes on all these colors. Yeah, because now I'm seeing it. Okay, I want you to think about what I looked like in my original one and what I look like now. And some of you are going, makeup is amazing. Yes, it is. It can do a lot of things. It can make you happy. No, I'm just kidding. Not make you happy. It can make you happy for the moment. I need to come through my eyebrows and I don't have a brush. So you can always just use your fingertips, keep them real close together like that, and comb them, and it's kind of like having a brush. So, I'm not crazy about how my hair's doing. You know how it did the bob, and a lot of you said, oh, Beth, that's really cute, looks cute. I hate it. And so we're growing it out, and my hairdresser said what we're going to have to do, though, is taper around your face, which will shorten it. And so when you pull it straight and stuff, it's going to be like bowl cut again, which is exactly what I don't want. It's very interesting. Look how my hairs are all coming underneath. My hair is weird. It does its own thing. I forgot my earrings. I have my little diamonds. I don't know if these are really diamonds. I think they're not. I think if they were real diamonds, I would know. Remember how Carol Burnett used to go at the end of her? And see, only some of you will even know what I'm talking about. She did that because I think it was her mother or grandmother was deaf. And so at the end of all of her shows, she'd go, good night, and do like that. And that was just for her. Mother or grandmother, I can't remember which one. Isn't that sweet? Big movie star like that. She wasn't a movie star. She's a TV star. I wonder which one made more money. Movie stars or TV stars? Movie stars. But I bet the TV stars were more famous. Because what if you don't go see the movie, but every evening you get... I do, because this is my palette. And I'm not going to do makeup on anybody else with it. At the end, I do blow off any excess. Now, while I'm using it, I don't. I just switch subjects again. I know I do that a lot. Because the powder, I don't want to lose it. I want to use it. But when I'm done, I do blow off any excess. And sometimes I will take a cloth or my finger and go down the little aisles like this and just clean it up. Just because it makes your palettes look nice. And in the end, what's important is that your palette looks nice. So this is the end palette that we just used. Again, this is the Urban Decay Vice palette. And it really is really pretty. It's got some really great colors. I don't know why I was having to use 2 and 3 swipes, but hey, that was just me today. So I'm going to say bye.